We are a minuscule amount of time away from finding Pewdiepie's Minecraft seed without him ever giving it to us. Here's how we did it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know right when we find the seed, make sure to follow my Twitter. I'll tweet there the second I hear it's been found. So, right after I posted my other PewDiePie video, I started getting messages from everyone trying to help. Then, PewDiePie posted another Minecraft video, and in it, we hit the jackpot. He pressed his debug key 2 more times. 2 more times. Now, even though the locations he pressed the coordinates in weren't that helpful, we were actually able to use those coordinates to confirm our own findings. Like, he pressed it by the house one time, and that helped us confirm that we had the house built correctly. Neil, the person who I contacted before, got a group of people together, including Captain Wootox and Cuzlocked, and they created a group of people trying to find the seed. Now, the reason I mention them by name is because their links are in the description, because without them, we wouldn't have even had a chance to find the seed. After this group was created, they got right to work. They started recreating PewDiePie's entire world. They recreated his house, the railroad next to his house, the cave underground next to his house, the basement of his house, everything. They wanted to make sure that they got the coordinates exactly right, because one tiny little error could screw up the entire thing. The program has to run for hours, so if they were to be off by 1 block, and that block happened to be in a different chunk, it's over. No seed. With those recreations, they were actually able to get the coordinates to the village by his house and other structures with almost 100% accuracy. And sadly, that's still not enough. But then, after watching even more footage, they realized that PewDiePie had actually opened his coordinates one other time. Now, the coordinate placement wasn't that useful, but he was holding a map. That may sound insignificant, but it's not. Apparently, every pixel on a map corresponds with a certain number of blocks in Minecraft. They were able to zoom in on this map and use it to try and narrow down the locations of 2 different sea monuments. So using that, they were actually able to get both monuments, and those are hugely useful, but that's still not enough. Then, one of them came across a video. This video was on how to get the coordinates of a block in Minecraft just by looking at it. Now, I know how crazy that sounds. I know it sounds impossible. And well, I mean, it technically is with only 1 block, but here's how it's done. Every block in Minecraft has a texture, and the texture is basically how it looks. Some blocks have rotating textures. What that means is that the texture has 4 different possible rotations. And what rotation a block texture has is based on, guess what? The coordinates. Yes, the coordinates of the block. So, theoretically, if you had a cluster of 15 to 20 blocks all next to each other, you could determine the coordinates of those blocks just by looking at them. In one of PewDiePie's episodes, he went into a desert temple, and he blew a hole right in the middle of it. By doing that, he exposed a lot of stone. So, they took an HD screenshot of that scene, and they tried to look at the stone to determine what rotation each stone block was. Here's what that looked like. They were really straining their eyes, but they actually got it done. Then, they recreated that exact scene in a Minecraft world to get the exact corresponding distance between each block. Then, they overlaid that image on top of PewDiePie's image to make sure they got it accurate. Look at this. From that picture alone, they were able to get the coordinates of the sand temple just by looking at it. This absolutely blew my mind. Now, with that structure and all the other structures they found, they're actually really close to finding the seed. I thought this was a crazy example of how the community can come together and accomplish something amazing. I'm not sure when it will actually be found, but make sure to subscribe with post notifications on and follow my Twitter where I'll tweet about it when it's found, because it actually will be now. This isn't actually all the crazy stuff they tried, so if you want to see a more detailed behind the scenes, make sure to check out the channels I put in the description. They said they'd be uploading some videos about all the other stuff they tried and all the stuff that worked, so if you want to see that, make sure to check it out. I'm really, I mean, oh my god, we're crazy. Everyone's crazy.